Good morning, everyone. Respectable to Head of Electrical Engineering Study Program, Ms. Barokatun Hasanah, STMT. The Honorable all Lecture Electrical Engineering, and the Honorable to all participants of this. Okay, uh, before we next our section, we are to opening from Head of Electrical Engineering Study Program, Ms. Barokatun Hasanah, STMT. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Thank you to each everyone of you for being here with us today in the first event of World Class Professor Program 2022 Electrical Engineers Electrical. Our workshop today is to get inspiration and learn from best practice how to develop research toward university goals and targets. We are pleased that our reputable speakers from National Cheng Kung University Taiwan, Universitas Gadjah Mada, and Institut Teknologi 10 November are willing to spend their valuable time to share with us. Last but not least, we are grateful to be a part Podcast Professor 2022 granted by Directorate General of Higher Education of the Ministry Education, Culture, Research, and Technology Republic of Indonesia to conduct this series of activity and provide opportunities for domestic university lecturers to collaborate and interact with world-class professor. As everyone has gathered here to please enjoy the event. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Thank you very much for the Head of Electrical Engineering Study Program. Okay, next, welcome of host of World Class Professor, Ms. Happy April.
Thank you, Dr. Karis. Good morning, everyone, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As we know that we are here to join the webinar of Artificial Intelligence-Based Research Development. We are welcoming you to get so many insightful talk from the experts. And like this morning, we will have distinguished Professor Hong Zeriang from National Cheng Kung University, Taiwan, to give lecture in the first session. And then the next, we will have Dr. Fajar Uman from Institut Teknologi 10 Nopember, Indonesia, and followed by Dr. Lesnanto from Universitas Gadjah Mada. And also I will give a lecture also because I will be the third session speakers in today's webinar. So hopefully everyone can have so many inspiration and can learn how to involve artificial intelligence in the research. And I think that's all my welcoming speech for you guys. So hopefully you can enjoy the event and have a good day today. So thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning.
Okay, next, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kari Sugiarto as the moderator today. I'm very pleased to see you here and welcome all of you to this virtual webinar. Today, panel section is about artificial intelligence-based research development. In this day, we have 3 sections and 3 speakers. Because most participants and invite speakers are from Indonesia, we will conduct this event in both English for the first section and Bahasa Indonesia for the rest section. The first section was Prof. Hong Taizeriang, then Dr. Dimas Fajar Uman Putra STMT as the second speaker. The last speaker is Insinyur Lesnanto Multa Mutranto STM M.T.Ph.D. Okay, the first speaker today is Prof. Hong Taizeriang. He is lecturer in Department Electrical Engineering at National Cheng Kung University, Taiwan. He has received bachelor degree, master degree, and doctor degree in Department of Electrical Engineering, National Cheng Kung University, Taiwan. Prof. Hong Taizeriang expertise in energy management in smart grid, renewable energy, power system planning, artificial intelligence system, and application in power system. Before the presentation begins, let me inform how the presentation will be going on. First is the presentation of material, 30 minutes. Second is question and answer, 50 minutes. At the last is conclusion. Now, allow me to welcome the speakers, Prof. Hong Taizeriang, to deliver his presentation. For Prof. Hong Taizeriang, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for your nice introduction. Good morning, everybody. I'm Hong Taizeriang. Right now, I'm in Tainan, Taiwan, National Cheng Kung University. I'm very happy to share with you what we are doing using the artificial intelligence technologies in the power grid, especially in the smart grid that is developing very fast in these years and in the coming years. So first of all, I'll share my screen with you. Okay. Okay, so this is my screen. I hope you can see my screen right now. It's okay?
Okay.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you. So the title I'm going to present to you is the artificial intelligence-based real-time energy management system in microgrid. And this project right now is sponsored by our Ministry of Science and Technologies. And we have been developing this energy management system for the last 12 to 13 years. But in recent years, we are focusing on the research of the microgrid and also in the virtual power plant. And we also to develop many artificial intelligence-based methods to solve the control issues, to solve the forecasting issues. So, so this is the grants of the power grid right now. We can see we have a lot of a big scale power generation plants, like the fossil fuel. They are using the coal, they're using the oil or the natural gas. But and also to transmit the power generated from the concentrated big power plant to the load, we need to use the long range transmission system and also the distribution system, and we also need the switch gear and also the transformer and so on. But in the future, because of the net zero requirement in 2050, we have defined some milestones to reduce the carbon emissions. So from the government side, they have changed the energy policy from the nuclear and also the fossil fuel fire generating units to the renewable energy. So in the future, in 2030, we will have nearly 30 to 40 renewable energies in the power system. And also in the 2050, we will have the penetration of the renewable energy up to 60 to 70%. So this is a very, very big percentage of the power generated from the renewable energy. So in the future, because of the intermittency and also the uncertainty from the renewable energy, we need the energy storage system to smooth the power output of the renewable energy. And also because of the during the nighttime, we don't have sunshine, we cannot have the power generated from the PV. So we still need the energy storage system to supply the energy during the night, the evening, or even the night. And also because of the as I mentioned, the net zero issues, we also need the transportation vehicle electrified. That we will call this kind of transportation is the electrical vehicle. So in the future, in addition to the traditional power appliances, we will have the renewable energies, electrical vehicle, and also energy storage system that are distributed in the power system. So in the future, in last month, our government also proposed a big project. The project would need the budget about 20 billion US dollars to enhance the resilience of the power system, and also would like to transform the power grid into a regional distributed grid. That means that if we go to the extreme, the future power grid in Taiwan, that would go to as small as a household microgrid. This means that in the household, we previously in household we consume the electricity, but in the future, in addition to the consumption of power in the household, we are also generate the electricity. So that means that the lower of the household will also be a microgrid that can produce and can also consume the power. That we call it portion units in the power system. And also to be bigger one is the commercial building microgrid, and also go to the even larger one is a regional microgrid or community microgrid, or even it's a city microgrid and so on. So to comply with this kind of development trend, what is the challenges we will face? So first one is the changing weather. As you can see, the most important two factors of the renewable energies from the sun, and another one is from the wind. That means that if the weather changes or weather varies, the sunshine is different, the wind speed is different, the generation from the PV or from the wind turbine would also be different. That means that the power supply will be unstable. In the operation of the power system, the most important rule is to keep balance of the supply and the balance. So if we have the unstable power supply, we would have unstable frequency and also the varying voltages. In addition to that, because of the electrification of the transportation, we would have many electrical vehicles that will be commercialized in the coming years. As I mentioned yesterday, we all have all the electrical vehicle after 2040, but even before that, after 2030, we will have all the buses be electrified. That means that after 2030, we would not have fossil fuel buses. So for this trend of electrical vehicle, the cars would like to have the battery charged as high as 100%. That means that because of the range anxiety, we will charge every moment to keep our battery can satisfy our next trip. So from the penetration level of the renewable energy, we can see these statistics. Left-hand side is the worldwide electrical vehicle developing status. That means that up to 2022, we will have the new penetration, new cars that is electrified up to 25%. And this trend will going higher and higher. And also this is the from 2021 to 2035. Up to there, we can see most of the proportion of the EV will be the biggest. And also the renewable energy will also go to its assessment is estimated to going to 100% to 2050. But this is just an estimation, because you want to have the 100% renewable energy, we still need other technologies. Like if you can have the fossil fuel generation unit, we can have the carbon catching technologies. We can catch the carbon emission. Then the fossil fuel can also be regarded as a renewable energy. So that would be a different situation. So we can also discuss that. But this is the general trend of the renewable energy and also the EV cars development. So from the uncertainties of the renewable energy because of the changing weather, as I mentioned before, and also the EV charging demand, this is also uncertain because people want to charge. They just plug in the charger, and then they use the high power to charge the electrical vehicle. Therefore, the multiple uncertainties from the renewable energy and also from the EV charging demand will lead to power unbalance that would seriously affect the security of the microgrid and also the power grid. So in our research, we would like to use the cutting edge technologies to solve this kind of uncertainties and to keep the system stable. So the cutting edge devices or technologies we are using is the IoT, smart devices like the like the meters, smart meters, or high frequency meters. And also, we also regard the chargers as an IoT devices incorporated with the traditional charger. And we can sense the power every instance. And also we can uplink the power consumption or even power sent back to the grid, like the V2G, by using the blockchain devices to be integrated as one in the chargers. Also, we can also integrate the blockchain device with the currently we are using the AMI together to form the next generation AMI. So the data can be collected safely, and also can be collected in real time. So that's why the data should be collected safely and also in real time, instantly. Because of we need this data to feed into the artificial intelligence algorithm and to generate its control schemes. So the system can be used in the real-time energy management system, and to control and manage the power appliances in the microgrid or in the power grid, to stabilize the frequency, and also to control the voltage level of the grid. So this is the system architecture. Right now we are developing, and also we are testing it in a test bed in Taiwan. So in this system, we can see the distributed energy resources, like the PV, like because of the most of the wind turbine generators installed in the offshore in the ocean. So for the microgrid onshore, we just interconnect with the PV power system, and also we integrate the building load or from the community, and also we have the participant in the form of microgrid. In the form of microgrid means that in the microgrid they have their own generators, like the PV, like the energy storage system, like the emergency diesel engine, and so on. So this kind of distributed energy resources can be, we collect the data, and also we send the control signal or command to this distributed energy resources. And we using this data, we do the PV forecasting, we do the load forecasting, and based on the generation information from the PV, and also the consumption information from the load, we can do the economic dispatch by using some optimization algorithm. So because depends on the resolution or the speed we need to do the optimization, we divide the EMS system into hierarchical level. For the upper level, we're using the traditional economic dispatch optimization approaches, like the mixed integer, linear programming, and so on. But for the lower level, that is near to the distributed distributed energy resources, like the EV charger, like the energy storage system, we use the AI. We call it the reinforcement learning method to do the real-time control model. At the upper level, when we doing the economic dispatch optimization, we also let the DER, distributed energy resources, to participate in the power transaction market. The market includes the demand response, including the ancillary services market, like the automatic frequency control, like the spin reserve market, and also the supplementary reserve market. So we can observe the frequency, and also we can receive the command from the power grid. And based on this, and we can do the upper level optimization based on the traditional optimization approach. So based on this kind of method, the 5 minutes ahead to control the EV charging, and also to control the charging and the discharging of the energy storage system, we can have the solution obtained from the economic dispatch optimization algorithm. But to keep the microgrid stable, because the microgrid can be off-grid and also can be on-grid. So this is the dual purpose microgrid. So we need also to use the real-time controller. The real-time controller is based on the RL model, reinforcement learning model. So this model can have the solution, or can have the control command in every 1 minute. So the 1 minute ahead energy storage system and also the EV charging schedule can be obtained from the RL-based real-time control model. In addition to that, because of the frequency regulation to control the ESS, the energy storage system, to stabilize the frequency variation, and also to let the voltage of the grid can be kept in a stable range. So for the power forecasting model, because we need the short-term and also the very short-term PV generation forecasting. So we need the LSTM. This means the long and short-term memory, and also the Markov chain model to do the PV forecasting. In addition to that, because of we need to be very short-term, like 1 minute ahead PV generation, we also use the sky camera images from the sky camera. So every 30 seconds or 1 minute, and to have the image from the sky. So by using the image processing method, by like the some CNN convolutional neural networks and so on, we can do the pre-processing image of the sky camera, and then using the CNN model to recognize what kind of image data and what's the movement trend of the cloud. Because of the movement of the cloud would have a very big influence of the irradiance of the sun. So the input from the sky camera and also the weather forecasting data and also the real-time and the data collected from the PV farm can be used as the input, and we can have 5 minutes and even 1 minute ahead PV generation data. So this is the a simple flow of the image processing, like the sky image, and also we do the weather classification and into different weather and using different model for the forecasting. So we also in this model we also using the Markov chain to do the weighting of the different forecasting model output. So we can have the different daytime forecasting results. So as you can see, this image, we have the image from the sunny day, or cloudy with sun, or cloudy without sun, or the raining day. So we have different image data to help the forecasting of the PV generation. So in addition to the PV generation, we also using the AI model, like the bidirectional LSTM, and to do the load forecasting. This is a simple diagram for the model used in the load consumption forecasting. And as I mentioned before, we use the RL-based model for the real-time control approach. So for the training data, we have to use to train the RL model obtained from the MILP. MILP means the mixed integer linear programming. For the MILP, we do it every 5 minutes, but from this data, also down to 1 minute, we can have a different training data for the real-time control approach. But for the upper level itself, we just use the MILP for the economic dispatch. So the MILP's inputs are the contract capacity as the constraint, and also the transformer capacity is also the constraint. And we also have the data for the TOU, time of use, electricity price, and also we have to judge if we are participating in the power trading. Power trading means that if this microgrid participate in the ancillary service power transaction plan, if we have this kind of plan, we have to use different control to meet the command or meet the frequency variation to send out the real power, or even the reactive power to control the voltage of the feeder. So another one is the EV charging demand, PV load forecasting data, EV and also the ESS real-time data ahead to control the EV, to control the ESS, to achieve the optimal economic dispatch. So this is the economic dispatch optimization algorithm. We have the optimization cost. This is our objective function, including the power purchase cost, and also we have to minimize the energy storage system operating cost, and then the EV discharging feedback cost. We can pay to the S2 V2G EV drivers, and we have the penalty functions, like if we have the target to meet the EV charging level desired by the EV driver. So if we cannot meet the charging requirement, we will give it the deficiency penalty. Another penalty is the exceeding contract capacity penalty. The purpose is to keep the demand to below the contract capacity. So this equation shows the power that we have to purchase, or we can send back or feed back the power from the microgrid to the grid. So the the power balance equation, we have the low power consumption, AV charging, discharging power, ESS, and also the building power trading between different building. And also we can do the EV power trading and so on. So for the this is upper level by using the mixed integer linear programming. But at the lower level, using the DDPG, this is some kind of IL model, and to have the 1 minute ahead EV and also the ESS optima dispatching. So the purpose by using DDPG is to output the real-time control signal every minute, and then in addition to fulfill of the economic dispatch. The purpose is also to keep the system stable, to regulate the frequency and also to regulate the voltage level of the feeder. So in addition to the IO model, for every second, we also develop the real-time controller. The real-time controller is using the VQ control curve. This is, we call it a drift function, like a VQ drift function, or VP drift function, or frequency and power peer functions. So this kind of functions can be used further to help the frequency regulation and also help the voltage control. So this is the real-time controller, the drift function we are using right now. So this is the real power, this is the frequency. So we depend on the variation of the frequency. We have a different output of the real power. So we can help regulate the frequency variation of the microgrid. So some numerical results I'm going to share with you. So this is the PV generation forecasting results, like the PV field area in Thailand, some city, southern city, and then the MIE we can achieve the 2 point something. And another one is in render. We also have the 2.336 forecasting accuracy. So we compare with the other method in the literature, like the IEEE access or the IEEE transactions. So we can have satisfying MIE result. So for the same data, we also compare with the LSTM, SVR, GBM, or random forest, the forecasting result in terms of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. We have good result as compared with the other existing methods. So for the forecast, we forecasting and also in some commercial building, and we have also have good forecasting and we should need also different comparison, like the industrial load, like the commercial load, and also we compare it with the traditional method. This is industrial load. This is a Chinese